Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. Dilraba Dilmurat Chen Feiyu, and a silence that feels louder than any confirmation. Two agencies finally spoke, but instead of ending the rumors, they may have just revealed something even bigger. Because sometimes in the world of celebrities, what they don't say is the real story. It didn't begin with a scandal. It began with a feeling that something somewhere was quietly unfolding between two of the most talked about names in Chinese entertainment right now, Dilraba Dilmurat and Chen Feiyu. For years, Dilraba has been more than just an actress. She's a phenomenon. From You Are My Glory to dominating globe of fashion campaigns, her image has always been carefully protected, elegant, distant, almost untouchable. Fans admire her not only for her beauty, but for the mystery she carries. And that's exactly why these rumors hit differently. Because Dilraba has never been easily linked to anyone. Not convincingly. Not seriously. Until now. Chen Feiyu, on the other hand, represents a different kind of energy. Young, rising, and quietly intense, he's been building his own space in the industry one project at a time. His name has been climbing global searches, especially among Gen Z audiences who see him as both relatable and intriguing. So when their names suddenly collided in trending topics, it didn't feel random. Fans started noticing patterns: overlapping schedules, similar public appearances, subtle interactions that seemed too perfectly timed to ignore. Even the smallest details like matching timelines or coincidental locations became pieces of a puzzle that fans couldn't stop trying to solve. And then came the edits. Viral TikToks. Emotional fan theories. Slow-motion clips analyzing glances that may or may not have meant something deeper. Because in fandom culture, especially in C-drama and K-pop spaces, chemistry isn't just seen, it's felt. And this felt real. But just as the speculation reached its peak, just as fans were dividing into believers and skeptics, the unexpected happened. The agencies broke their silence. And instead of ending the story, they made it impossible to ignore. Which leads us to the moment that changed everything. When Dilraba Dilmurat's agency finally released a statement, the entire fandom paused. This was the moment. The confirmation or the denial that would decide everything. But what they got instead was something far more complicated. The statement didn't directly deny the relationship. It didn't even strongly dismiss the rumors. Instead, it focused on her professionalism, her packed schedule, and her dedication to upcoming projects. On the surface, it sounded like a standard response. But underneath it felt incomplete. Because in an industry where false rumors are usually shut down instantly, clearly, and without hesitation, this kind of vague wording raised more questions than answers. And then, almost like a mirror response, Chen Feiyu's agency spoke next. Again, no direct denial. They addressed online speculation, asked the public to avoid spreading unverified claims, and emphasized his focus on acting and future roles. But just like Dilraba's agency, they stopped short of saying the one sentence everyone was waiting for: there is no relationship. And that silence, it echoed loudly. Fans began dissecting every word. Why avoid a clear answer? Why keep everything so controlled, so careful? Some believed it was simple, just another case of agencies protecting their artists from baseless rumors. But others weren't so sure. Because sometimes, vague statements aren't about denial. They're about protection. Protection of timing. Protection of image. Or maybe, protection of something real. As debates intensified across Weibo, Twitter, and TikTok, Older clips resurfaced, moments that once seemed insignificant suddenly carried new meaning. A glance. A pause. A subtle shift in expression. And suddenly, fans weren't just watching a rumor unfold. They were watching a narrative take shape, one built not on confirmation, but on emotion. But just when it seemed like the story couldn't get more intense, it did. Because the biggest question was no longer are they dating? It became, why does this feel so carefully hidden? Behind every rumor, there's a reality that fans rarely get to see. For Dilraba Dilmurat, a confirmed relationship isn't just personal, it's powerful. It can ship brand deals, alter public perception, and redefine the image she has spent years building. She isn't just an actress. She's a global icon. And for Chen Feiyu, still rising, still proving himself in a competitive industry, the timing of such rumors could either elevate him or place him under intense scrutiny. Because in this world, love isn't simple. It's strategic. It's sensitive. And sometimes, it's silent. Fans began noticing the distance between them, not just physically, but publicly. No shared appearances. No interactions. No acknowledgement. But instead of feeling like nothing, it felt intentional. Like two people carefully staying apart, because being seen together would say too much. And that's what made the story different. It wasn't loud. It wasn't chaotic. It was controlled. Almost like a story being managed behind the scenes. Some fans chose to believe in a hidden relationship, a quiet, protected connection away from the public eye. Others felt uneasy, worried about the impact on Dilraba's carefully maintained image. And then there were those who simply watched, understanding that in the world of celebrity culture, the truth is rarely simple. But maybe that's why the story continues to trend. Because it lives in that space between what we see and what we're not allowed to know. And somehow, that makes it even more real. At its core, this isn't just about Dilraba Dilmurat and Chen Feiyu, it's about the emotional connection fans build with the people they admire. We watch their dramas. We follow their journeys. We celebrate their and feel their silence. So when something like this happens, when a rumor feels too real to ignore, it becomes more than just gossip. It becomes a story we're emotionally invested in. But the truth is, not every story is meant to be confirmed. Some exist in quiet moments, in careful statements, in things left unsaid. And maybe that's what makes this so unforgettable. Because whether it's real or not, this connection between Dilraba and Chen Feiyu has already left its mark on fans around the world. A story without a clear ending. A feeling without a final answer. And sometimes, those are the stories we remember the most. Do you think the agencies were hiding something, or just protecting their artists? Tell me your theory below, and if you felt that tension too, don't forget to follow for more stories that go deeper than headlines.